Let's turn to Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy as we talk about the transitioning weather. Alana, all over the place here in Utah.
Yeah, severe weather in the Midwest, and we are dealing with a winter weather storm. As we deal with this storm, it's coming in the springtime, but it's bringing winds ahead of it, and we've got snow and slush for your morning commute. Highest wind speeds, big numbers in Logan, Salt Lake, all the way through the West Desert, the western and southern portion of the state, dealing with those blustery winds ahead of the cold front that is spreading pollen. It's tree pollen right now. Are your sinuses just driving you crazy? It's elm, poplar, and sycamore. High pollen in the south and our southwesterly winds carrying that to the Wasatch Front. So if today's a bad day for you, you know why. Take that live view from Utah County. You can see as you look towards the Lake Mountains, we've got storms out there, but I want to focus in on Cache Valley because those thunderstorms really coming into fruition. It's a live view. May have just caught lightning there. The rain coming down. We watch as this storm has just barreled west, and that's a live picture of the rain and the grapple most likely coming with that storm because it was dynamic. Looking at the forewarned radar, it's mountain snow in the blue. We've got a lot of rain towards Tooele County over I-80, but this is the target area right now. Ooh, fresh lightning strike right over the lake. Look west because you're going to see active skies. We're into that season. This band of storms moving towards and over Tremont now between Smithfield and Logan, peppering in a lot of lightning. We just looked at that live view. That storm's on the move. More lightning happening over the lake right now. North Ogden, if you look over the lake, you're watching as this cell kind of tracks towards your backyard. Active conditions are going to continue. The satellite radar shows that moisture in the last few hours, and you see how it's increased with intensity and with daytime heating. We've added to that instability, and those thunderstorms, they're out there, and they're going to continue to develop as we get through the next hour or so. Then we've got rain. That's going to change. 30s, 38 in Logan. We just dropped temperature-wise into the upper 30s. 50s along the Wasatch Front, 60 in Provo, mid-60s in Moab, 73 in St. George. Southern Utah, drier. Temperatures closer to average. Now for the Wasatch Front, we have the chance of seeing that thunderstorm threat sticking around for the next several hours. By ABC4 News at 10, that's when we've got valley rain, but that's going to transition over to snow. So that sloppy spring wintry mix, yeah, that's what's going to be on board by the time we hit the news. But the threat of a thunderstorm does exist in northern and central Utah. It's going to expand into tomorrow. At 6 o'clock, in less than an hour, winter weather advisories go into effect for the northern and central mountains, the Wasatch Back, the Sanpete Valley, eastern Juab and Millard counties. These areas will see accumulating snow and wintry travel. What about your Tuesday morning? Well, that's what we're all thinking. Wet roads are going to be out there, and the snow level drops with the cold front to the valley floor, stays there through the midweek. So you're going to see some snow showers. UDOT putting out travel impacts, expecting road slush, especially where we see lake effect. That's going to be the east benches, so you could give yourself a few extra minutes there. Road snow for the Cottonwoods and the higher elevations, the Wasatch Plateau through tomorrow morning. Slushy conditions on I-15 with accumulating snow. There's that thunderstorm threat. It's not just northern and central Utah tomorrow. It's the entire state. Thunder snow. That's a dynamic storm. That is the season, folks. As we look at the futurecast here, it's going to show you the window of heaviest precipitation. Here we are by 7 p.m. The model puts Salt Lake in the mix, keeps I-15 rocking and rolling, Richfield all the way to I-70. See how that mountain snows there? We watch as the core of that moisture slides into central Utah, but by midnight, we're going to see that transition northwest flow with lake effect, and you see a lot more blue by 4 a.m., meaning if you're an early riser and you're heading out early, you could see some snow showers on the road as well as slushy conditions. Northwest flow keeps activity through the afternoon hours. Here we are in Davis County, Cache Valley. And then we get another wave coming through Tuesday into Wednesday. Counterclockwise flow here is going to centralize that moisture into central and southern Utah. And so they get the chance of that wet weather with a northerly flow. Trace to an inch for our valleys. Trace to 3 for I-15. Higher elevations of 15 will be on the higher end. Places like Cove Fort. 2 to 5 for the benches, 3 to 7 for the mountain valleys, 6 to 12 inches for the high country, 1 to 2 feet for the upper Cottonwoods. Southern mountains will maybe get 4 to 8. They'll be on the lower end here, but central mountains will mimic the north. Wet weather potential stays through the close of the work week. This spring week is very different than last week, where we had those really pleasant conditions and temperatures. As we look at the regional forecast, way below average with 40s along the Wasatch Front, 50s in Moab, 60 in St. George, 72 is the average high in St. George this time of year, so below average statewide with that northwesterly flow. Isolated showers for the midweek in the south with a slight chance Thursday. Temperatures stay below average for the work week. Wasatch Front, snow showers tomorrow, getting isolated Wednesday, but the chance for a shower sticks around through Friday with temperatures in the 50s. We'll get back to average by the end of the weekend, but that is several days away. Brian, over to you.